You ask me what family is, and I think of family as community. I think of the spaces where you don't have to shrink yourself, where you don't have to pretend or to perform. You can fully show up and be vulnerable and in silence, completely empty, and that's completely enough. You show up as you are without judgment, without ridicule, without fear or violence or policing or containment, and you can be there and you're filled all the way up. So we get to choose our families. We are not limited by biology. We get to make ourselves.
All right, how are you guys feeling? So today I'll be doing first reaction to Joji's newest song, Gimmie Love. I'll also be going over the two other tracks that he released, which were Sanctuary and Run, because I haven't heard those tracks for some reason. I just forgot to listen to them. Joji, otherwise known as George Miller, otherwise known as Filthy Frank, otherwise known as Pink Guy, is a pretty good artist in my opinion. I think he really serves his purpose. I think the thing with him is that just the way it sounds good. The mixing sounds good, his production sounds good, his voice, although his voice isn't really the best, it's not really the best voice. His lyrics are pretty decent, but yeah, like I said, I think his music serves its purpose. You know what I mean? It serves its purpose. I think Joji makes music for sad high schoolers, because there's just a certain point where it just doesn't appeal. Like right now, Joji's music is really good. It just doesn't necessarily appeal to me. But we're going to go ahead and listen to Gimmie Love along with those other two tracks. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let me inside, playing my song into my look into your heart and let me know. Do things turn black and gray as they go? When I'm far too gone, can you show me love? Give me love. With
man, based off those 3 tracks, I love the fact that Joji has shifted himself. I love the fact that he has shifted into an entirely different demographic of people. Like I said, I think when he was his other persona, I didn't like when he was his other persona, I didn't know who he was. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't aware of that until he became Joji, you know? And me going back and doing my research, 2018, 'cause I think that's when Ballads dropped, his debut project. When I went back, I was like, so this is what he was doing. Joji was really on what I deem as the weird side of YouTube. And he was thriving, you know, he was making probably really good money, you know. But for him to be able to shift completely, almost do a 180 almost. 360, 180, whatever you want to call it, just a complete turnaround is crazy to me. Because the dude is really, really talented. He really knows how to make music. He knows he has a knack for songwriting. He has a knack for making music, period. But with these 3 tracks, I love the fact that, yeah, he's making quote unquote love songs, but they're not depressing, you know? Like they sound like more happy, more upbeat. And I think that could really go to the fact that Joji or George in his life is in a better space. I think he has to just be in a better space, you know? Because he has to be in a better space because those music videos had a lot of blood in them. They had a lot, you know, and that last record was really, really depressing, you know, really depressing. Still good music, you know, it still sounded good sonically, but these are just better. And I'm just really glad that Joji is finding peace within himself and in his life. I love that, man. Because you can hear it in his music. You can hear it. Especially with Gimme Love. I think Gimme Love was a really, really good track. It was really upbeat, you know, and then it shifted. I think towards like I want to say the middle portion of it, it shifted. And you know how I like beat switches. You know how I love whenever a track is not one dimensional, where it has a lot of different elements in it, and it shifted, you know. And that was a really, really good track. I think Run was a really good track. Sanctuary was cool, you know. Sanctuary was cool, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think I've heard that song one time. I it just sounded familiar. Like I probably heard it I don't know. I probably heard it in like a mall or something like that because it sounded really, really familiar. But those other tracks, really all these tracks, were a step into a different direction for Joji. You know, he's still writing, you know, love songs, you know, Gimme Love. That's, you know, that is evicting that emotion. But I will say this, though. I mean, when you are deemed as, I don't know if you would deem Joji as an R&B artist. I don't know. I don't know. I forget. I don't know what category he falls into specifically, just offhand. But there's only so many ways that you can write a love song. There's only so many ways, you know, that hasn't already been done before. But him, it sounds a lot more upbeat. It sounds a lot more happy. It sounds like, you know, this is something I could actually play around people, you know, and they're not, and them not ask me like, is there something wrong? Like, do we need to have a little chat? Do we need to talk? You know what I mean? But yeah, these tracks are really, really good, man. Really, really good. Really good. I will say that. Gimme Love, that's probably gonna go on a playlist. Run might. Sanctuary, it was cool. You know, it was cool. But tell me what you think about it in the comments section below. Hit a like if you like. Subscribe if you like. I have some videos around my head that I would like for you to check out. Tell your auntie about me if you do nothing else. So, Joji, Faygos. Till next time.